Hello, my name is Corey Fitzsimons.
I'm Aidan Gilman.
And I'm Matthew Murillo.
And you are watching The Project. Today on The Project, we discuss an extremely serious topic: party drugs, and the effect that they have on people in our society today. As you may know, ecstasy is a popular party drug.
We will be discussing their physical and cognitive effects on the human body,
as well as the effects they have on community as a whole, and also ways that we can reduce the use of drugs by teenagers or young adults in our world today.
and that's today on The Project.
Party drugs, the drugs that are sweeping the nation. The term party or club drug refers to a variety of drugs found at dance clubs and house parties.
At parties, many drugs can be taken, but the two most common ones are MDMA, or ecstasy, and methamphetamine. The two things that these drugs have in common are the fact that they are both stimulants, a drug that increases the functioning of the central nervous system. This may seem very effective for partying, as it gives the user an extreme high. But not only does the consumer's health get affected, but also the well-being of others around them. We have conducted an interview with Michael Smith, the father of Ray Smith, who passed away due to an ecstasy overdose.
How was this on the family?
Myself and my wife are still traumatized by this. Ray's sister, who's only 14, began experiencing depression and anxiety. She still has not gone over it. I don't think she will. She was very close to her brother.
Would you say you have a message for any children at the parties who take drugs?
Yes. Do not take them. It doesn't only affect you, it also affects the people around you, your whole family, the people who nurtured you your whole life. They love you. Think of it before taking drugs. Don't make the same mistake Ray did. It's not worth it.
Wise words, Michael. Wise words. Thank you for your time.
Such a tragic story. But moving on. Party drugs have a significant detrimental effect on the user. They have many effects upon the human body. Ecstasy's effects differ depending on the dosage that has been taken. In low doses, ecstasy causes the user to feel increased confidence, closeness to others, empathy, anxiety, paranoia, aggression, and sweating and nausea. But in high doses, the effects can be quite severe. The effects are vomiting, increased heartbeat, hallucinations, convulsions, and ultimately, death. The ecstasy-related deaths are due to heart attacks and brain hemorrhages. This is so, as when overdosed, the CNS is pushed to the limit. The body parts become confused, and circulation problems can occur, as well as the dysfunctioning of the brain.
The body is also affected by the aftermath of the effects of the drug. The coming down effects can also be quite dramatic. Users may experience exhaustion, depression, and may have difficulty concentrating. These effects last over a couple of days and can dramatically affect the user. Some long-term effects are brain damage and depression.
A common question that many people ask themselves is, why can't people just quit taking these drugs? Well, we talked with Professor Carl to answer this question.
Oh yes, this is a very common question that I get all the time. So in the brain, there is a feel-good chemical known as dopamine. It basically gives the body a good feeling, a happy feeling. When a drug is first taken, when a drug is first taken, the user feels a sense of euphoria. But after taking the drugs excessively, the brain is required to tolerate more dopamine. Here is a picture showing the brain's dopamine levels before and after drugs. As you can see, the brain after drugs has less dopamine levels. Therefore, they need to take drugs to feel more happy.
Thank you for your time.
Drugs have a detrimental effect on the human body. But what is the government doing to stop the selling and consumption of drugs? The Australian government has made many attempts to stop and reduce the consumption of drugs. The Australian Government Department of Health has campaigned and attempted to teach parents and youth about the ultimate effects of drugs in society and individuals on our society today. They do this by providing accurate online websites and infographics that incorporate a visual and written description about the detrimental effects of the drugs, specifically ecstasy, as it affects a wide range of people in Australia today. But although these strategies have had a positive effect on people in our society and reduced drug taking rates, people still consume drugs. The government has to make stricter policies that result in serious penalties for any involvement with drugs. Statistics and the government have also stated that the government spends on average around $1.5 billion on drug law enforcement, and yet hardly anything is actually accomplished through this.
Although you can quit drugs, but the process is quite difficult. Statistics have shown that 1.2% of adolescents have taken ecstasy. One way to overcome this is to list the pros and cons of quitting, and evaluate how the addiction is ruling and controlling your life. This can be an extremely beneficial way of moving towards travelling down a path that leads to a life free from the horrors of drug addiction.
Another way to quit is by considering how the drug is affecting your family and the friends around you, as well as your social life. Drugs don't only affect you. Your family and close friends are also dramatically impacted as they feel that they lose the person that they once knew and loved and enjoyed being around. And finally, think about the drug's health effects on the human body, your body. You only have one. Drugs destroy the human body, and by taking them, you're a step closer to death. Thinking about yourself and your needs is significant. If you truly love yourself and your body, quit drugs today.
We hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of The Project. I'm Aiden Everett.
I'm Corey Fitzsimons,
And I'm Matthew Molina.
and we'll see you next time on The Project.